Yeah. Hi, folks. I don't need to hear it to me. Yeah, I have to find the damn game first. Just give me a minute. Okay. Yeah. Well, that too. God damn it. MLB. Baseball. Well, since Fox won't let me watch.
Caught us off the line to third. Tony's running. A 1-2 pitch. Langoliers has to make contact. Pulls a foul.
And he did have a great jump with his 2 strikes, and Langoliers has to fight off a tough pitch.
Trying to start something. Trying to get somebody in a scoring position, create some flow, create a little pressure here on Tucson, who's enjoying the large lead early tonight.
If somebody's yelling from the bench, let's play first and third for the next 30 minutes. So that's how you get things going. The guy on the move.
Pick off attempt.
Tony has 12 steals. He's only been caught twice.
Game now I want is.
It's the 4th inning. You still have to be aggressive. Can't stop the running game now.
That one.
Good time to kick it in high.
Saxonage. Since Fox won't give me the game I wanted to. Coming in, fouled off.
And you want to be aggressive. Yeah, we're down 5-0 right now. This is only the 4th inning. There's a lot of baseball to be played.
Yeah.
You can grab
A lot of baseball.
The statement you just made, there's a lot of baseball still to be played, not just applies to this specific game, but elsewhere around the league, it speaks to the season. And there's a lot of things still to be determined. And the news yesterday was confirmed today with the Baltimore Orioles and their super closer, second in saves, the Mountain, Felix Bautista. He's on the IL now with a UCL injury. To the severity of it, they're not saying at this point.
Yeah.
Looks like if he could come back at all, it wouldn't be until the end of the season. They haven't mentioned the possibility of surgery or second opinions, but that is a huge blow for Baltimore. You're at the time of the year, as you see Baltimore holding on to a 2.5-game lead on Tampa Bay. The Tampa Bay Rays won today. They beat the Yankees. And Toronto tried to stay in the wild card chase along with Boston. But
yeah,
this is the time of the year. If you're in contention, what you're thinking about is bubble wrap, right? You're right. Keep your players healthy.
Yeah. And Baltimore has had a healthy team most of the season. And now, as you get close to the end, one of your big guys goes down. And it always comes down to that each and every year. Who can stay healthy? Sometimes you'll catch a team, they were great all year, and then all of a sudden they start having injuries.
And there's also this time of the year where somebody's going to be tapped on the shoulder unexpectedly. That's going to be asked to fill a big role. And in this case with Baltimore, The potential is Shintaro Fujinami, the ex-athletic who's been in their bullpen, along with Yainer Kano to set up Batista, but those roles will change. And there's a pitch inside and low.
There's a pitch inside and low. Come on in if you're watching the Pete McDivitt show, everybody.
Good pitches. Again, he did that the other night. Caught off some good pitches, and then he caught a slider and he hit it out the yard. And right now, he is just battling at the plate. Tony Kemp's getting his sprints in. He's probably going in right here.
Toussaint thinking the same way. Unfortunately, Tony bounced back toward the bag safely.
I like those wristbands. You get those wristbands made in LA. You can only get them if you're a player, though. Just can't
Or
get them.
Dusty Bing. Runner goes. Ground ball through the left side. A base hit. Tony's going to continue to make his way to third base.
Tony's going to make his way to third. No, Kemp. Yeah, Tony Kemp is going to make his way to third. And
That was a great
Legless is on first.
Just to get the feel of what it felt like to fight and fight and fight. Follow up this pitch, fight, and then get one you can have.
Well, that too.
And hit the ball hard. He has been doing this his last 48 bats. He continues to get better and better. And Tony, again, being aggressive on the bases, goes first and third.
Ball in the dirt.
Toussaint tries to get in the chase a split that wasn't really that close. Hoping maybe that the rookie would be aggressive. Lawrence 0 for 1 tonight. You got to remind yourself he isn't even at 50 major league at bats yet, only at 47.
And that was a good take because Toussaint has not been able to get.
Devon. Out.
And
no one scores.
So a double play, 2 on, 1 out. And the double play ends it. And it's still 5-0 Chicago.
Some like beers taste half empty. Ours is filled with gold. Modelo Oro, the light beer worthy of the name Gold. Forged with over 90 years of brewing experience for a smooth, elevated taste. Because light shouldn't be a sacrifice. Modelo Oro, 90 calories, 3 grams of carbs, and a crisp, clean finish. It's the gold standard of light beer.
Hey, Northland neighbors, now's the time to call Steve's Heating and Cooling.
I always hear the dish commercial.
For a limited time, get an instant rebate from American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Up to $600 off qualifying units. American Standard, built to a higher standard.
Well, that
Steve's Heating and
too.
Cooling is 5-star rated and still locally owned. Extend the life of your equipment with our seasonal maintenance plan. Plus, we offer flexible financing. Steve's Heating and Cooling, keeping the heart of America comfortable since 1979.
When you're on the road, you'll be glad you chose T-Mobile, covering more highway miles with 5G than anyone. And when you're stuck, help will be there soon, because AAA also chose T-Mobile.
Mobile coverage cam, and the subject is Trace Thompson. As an Oakland Athletic, 2018, Yasiel Puig trying to hit it out, and robbed by Thompson. He played 3 games for the A's, but he made an impact then, and an impact tonight, robbing maybe a double from Tony Kemp with that diving catch, which led off the second inning. Trace Thompson showing that great Thompson family athleticism for the A's, and in this case also against the A's.
I remember that play in Los Angeles, and we commented on it in the postgame. And I saw Clay a couple months later at the coach's court. He goes, "Hey, man, thanks for taking care of my little brother, man." It's like, we got you, bro.
He got on his own. And here is Thompson to start things in the 4th inning. Thinking about all that Clay has gone through with those injuries.
Well, that too.
On the court, missing, 2 2 seasons. It was 2 full seasons. Wow.
That's a good pitch to get ahead. Get inside, get your mind back into the game.
Definitely needs 0. He's takes his time and it's out 2 outs.
Two pitches back to back in the same zone.
The Sox are building their lead so far tonight.
What that do?
JP just has to stay focused. I know he was upset when he went in that.
Fourth inning, 5-0. Sox. Okay, if you go up with them.
And gone a look at his Thompson.
Gone looking at
7
Thompson.
Ks now for Sears.
7 Ks for
That
Sears.
was the good old sweeper.
Good old
See right here,
sweeper.
up in the zone. Starts outside and works his way all the way back to the inside part of the plate. Thompson had no chance.
Lenine Sosa now batting. A tough out for the Athletics. Player making most of his opportunities with home runs in 2 of the games tonight. About solo blast to the left.
Not even going to say it, Benny. But I know you have to pitch this guy carefully.
Yeah.
He's a guy who can hit the ball with power from line to line. You're going to need to make a good pitch on him. Nice quiet. Got a good rhythm at the plate. Hitters, when they're going good, they really have slow feet. I said this a lot this series. And I'm sure JP and Langoliers can see that. They just want to try to disrupt that timing.
What that do?
Pitches that really weren't that competitive that got Sosa back in the count at 2-2.
2-2.
If he can get that pitch down around the waist and inside off the plate, now it becomes more of a competitive pitch. As they say, that was too good of a pitch.
2-2 the count.
Strikes. This is right down the middle. You gotta get to the point where you gotta execute the location, keep the ball down.
Yeah.
Back over that back foot slider.
Waiting on deck, the 9th spot for Pedro Falls in lineup.
Out back. Still 3-2. Putting up a good fight here.
It's another good battle here.
Sosa getting a chance to play. The veteran and former athletic Elvis Andrews has been on the bench.
Seven pitches this at bat. 3 of them foul balls. Here comes the 8th pitch. Foul ball.
The second base spot for the White Sox has gathered home runs in 3 straight games. Andrews and then Sosa. Always a smile on his face. Just an engaging personality. Really a great clubhouse veteran. A tough year for him and his teammates. Well, toward Allen, Nick has that one. Second out.
Pick the days out there. No extra outs. He continues to have really good footwork as he goes to the ground ball. He comes through it. It's a straight throw to first. It has no tail to it. So it's a true throw. And so Nola knows exactly where it's going.
He's been at this spot every inning, 2 outs and no runs allowed. In the first 2 innings, there were 2 outs and nobody on, retiring the first 2 batters, Anderson and Benintendi in the first, Vaughn and Thompson in the second. And then trouble happened and runs were scored by the White Sox.
Yeah.
He just has to execute. You have to execute your pitches.
He's got 13 swings and misses, but when he's been in the zone, he's been hit and he's been hit hard. Starting to see more changeups now as this game's evolving.
And you have to find a way to disrupt the flow of the hitter. You have to, some type of way, get him off balance. Break his swing down. Big league hitters can hit. You're not going to fool him much. You're not going to be able to just hold it most of the time. You're going to have to come up with something a little bit off speed.
That should be a 1-2-3
Greg
Sears.
Dalton.
Butler over in right center makes the catch.
No
There's
swear
the
words
serial
for
that
his
he was looking for.
hate speech. But thank you for coming in.
Don't miss out on huge savings store-wide during NFN's Labor Day sale. Find holiday savings in every department. For the first time this year, get 30-month financing on qualifying furniture, electronics, appliances, and flooring brands. Shop legendary low prices on furniture. Save up to 55% off. Instantly save up to 10% off kitchen packages. Save up to $1,000 on select TVs. And update your floors with 10% off on all hard surface flooring. Big selection, big savings. NFN.
I love to drive. It's convenient. Nothing can ruin it except for a car breakdown. That's why I call it CarShield. CarShield has plans that help cover major parts and systems for out-of-warranty vehicles. So when they break down, you're not the one stuck with the bill. Do yourself a favor. Call CarShield to get America's most trusted auto protection before your car breaks down.
Click or call now to save on expensive auto repairs before your car breaks down.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. You always show up, no matter how small the show is. You keep lifting, keep looking,
That too.
keep going. Because anyone can have a dream. You have what it takes to chase it. You are fighting. This is your reward. You are fighting.
Baseball is better on a big screen. These featuring real-time stats by hits all game long.
To the ballpark every Tuesday home game. Summer for market. Athletics.com/bar.
We start the we'll leave things off with Jonah Bride.
Jonah Bride
Struck out his first time up.
struck out his first time out. Big bender.
A great mix. Tucson has been he couldn't balls get the pitcher, so not been able to eliminate.
You're absolutely right. The thing is, it's the second time on the lineup. So now you have to start making adjustments. Okay, we know what he's featuring out there. I have to now sell something. Sinker, curveball, or sinker, slide. He's throwing everything.
Well, that too.
You can't sit on everything. You have to select the pitch. Just sit on it. And when you get it, you got to make something happen.
We said at the outset, it's hard to understand this. We're talking about Tucson has hit like for years. He's only 27. He still has a chance to establish.
Foul. Still wanting to. So.
Either swing roll or maybe back into the rotation. He's pitching for those opportunities right now.
Talk about a guy with 5 pitches. 5 plus pitches, not just 5 pitches. And he can command them as more and get hitters out.
Well, it's all night here.
Ball. 2.
We're supposed to have fireworks post game tonight. So it looks like the largest crowd of the weekend. They're not going anywhere. They had to trigger some early fireworks with 2 home runs and a 5-0 lead.
Nice play by my guy right there.
Got him. Oh. Yeah, now that Oakland. Oh, I hit that. Plus, what's this game being streamed at? Play that.
Gallen drove one to center, but Bruce Harper Jr. made the catch.
No, that too.
It's about pitch, but I'm gonna look to the other way. Because he has so many other pitches. He can put balance. So think about trying it the other way, stand inside them. Just by standing inside the ball, you can make solid contact.
Strike. Ooh. Well, I mean, ball. 2-0 on the count.
So Anderson behind the second out.
That's it.
That Nick Allen hit right there. He was almost at second. I'm always hustling. I want to take that away from you. That's free. So when you talk to kids out there, you get to second base, which would say, great job. You're lagging and you barely get the first. As that kid was said to me, hey, you can sit next to me.
It's sitting next to me.
Well, see right here, pop up. You know, it's a pop up, but you know what? I can still hustle.
You can hustle, and you notice that we haven't seen it yet tonight. We've talked about the wind and how it swirls this evening. You don't know. That might have done something tricky that allowed him to get on base. Ryan has one of the only 2 hits tonight for the Athletics. And he had the first one with 2 outs in the third with a clean single up the middle. And it's out of the way. And you hear it this time from Nate Thompson. He thought he got hit by the pitch. Tomlinson says he didn't hit him. Tomlinson's up to first base. Or to first base. Put on the headsets. Ryan is so confident he got hit by the pitch that he's standing at first base. Pedro Raval, first manager of the White Sox, wants second by Nate Tomlinson. We'll get a look at it.
Well, you can hear Notice say, I'm okay.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. It's clear in the side of his right foot. You saw the ball change direction as well.
You can hit umpire say, I don't have hit my pitch.
Anytime that Ryan's been hit this year, he would have a pretty good idea of what that meant.
I can clearly see it in his hair.
And I don't know now if Pedro Raval is saying, look, you said you didn't have a hit by pitch, and the time transpired where you should have allowed them to ask for a replay. You know, this is a team that had higher expectations, especially in an winnable division. And you can start the clock if this takes longer than 20 seconds. I would be amazed. This is as cut as they come.
And like you said, Benny, Ryan is at first base. He knows.
Yeah, you don't have the old days where look at the shoe polish, right? Look at the shoe polish on the ball. But it's very clear. Yeah, 26. There you go. Well, it ends well. Except guard, maybe experience. And here comes Geloff. Have a 2-out lead here to get back in this game, down 5-0.
Look at that 8th straight game. There's been hit by
Point team record. For some reason, just getting little chances to stay east. Ready to go. Here's Geloff on base tonight. He's been on base all but one game safely in the month of August.
talking about
That too.
Again, he's come up, shown some things that
He's going to use the turf. And a good grab at the other end by Andrew Vaughn. That will end the
Andrew Vaughn makes the play.
the fifth.
And
Fifth in Chicago.
5-0 Chicago. Come on over if you're watching the Pete McDivitt show.
JC Rally House is the game day gear. Including sideline gear and the latest colored style. Kansas City. You can online at rallyhouse.com. Need for these small spaces. You only need no outlets used, no batteries needed, no effort required. Your bathroom stays continuously fresh for 45 days. That's the power of 3 small spaces.
Ha!
We love our house.
It's not a great
Yeah,
walk.
like stupid
And
commercial.
we're back at the Sullivan House.
It's long day, Sheila, and the leaves are just piling up.
Anybody new here for the first time?
Nothing but
Good on it.
We start the bottom of the fifth inning. A's fans on hand on the south side of Chicago. Haven't had a whole lot to cheer about yet. Still some baseball to be played. Top of the order against JP and Sears' first pitch. I guess Anderson is in for strike one.
I can watch the defense, monitor the defense, and every pitch, everybody's moving at the same time.
Well, yeah, that too.
You can't see it at home, but I can see it. And I'll tell you, these guys are going to get a great jump on any ball to the left or right. You're going to see the entire field move towards that baseball.
This will be an interesting decision for the White Sox. They first have to make a decision on who's going to run the organization. They let go Rick Hahn and Ken Williams earlier this week. Richard will fall in the first of a 3-year contract. And as the manager, meaning Tim Anderson, hit over 304 straight years. And this year it's been a struggling season, under 250 with a on-base percentage under 300. And that's the 8th strikeout for JP. Trying to get on the roll here, is retired 5 in a row.
He had something behind that basketball there. And to your point with Tim Anderson, if you have a growing pool and you're out for weeks, when you come back, Roy Pool's still there. You're still trying to fight the injuries. So you give a guy like Tim Anderson a bit of down knowing that he's year in and year out. His health been an all-star. So you know that when he's healthy, he's going to perform.
Yeah. Benintendi, fly ball, gone, home run. Benintendi, Andrew Benintendi, his 5th home run this season.
Benintendi's good at going the opposite way. And he can go the opposite way with power. You see right here. There's that sound.
Might have been a Windy City special, though. Pushing it further and further back. Tony is on it all the way, and he certainly made a great effort to try to bring it back and just beyond his reach. 3 home runs tonight allowed by
3 home runs allowed. That's the 3rd series is allowed tonight.
against the A's lefty.
A's lefty. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum. 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 Let's go. A's, let's go. Let's go, A's, let's go. Let's go, A's, let's go.
That 2-out double would suddenly become the storyline of multiple innings with 2-out runs for Chicago.
It's amazing that when you're there and during the season, there's a storyline that starts to be written. And for some reason, you just can't stop it that year. Wish you could stop and start the season over.
Swing, let's get 2. No, it's 2-2.
But then you're reminded that there's a
Don't
chance that the
ever
next
run
day is going to be the
out
better
here,
day that
boy.
you can build on.
Right. And that's good for everyday pitcher. Every 5th day goes out there, and if he doesn't get the
Well,
job,
that's
he's gonna
true.
sit on it. And that's tough.
I think the A's want, and certainly JP wants to be in a position where he can continue to take the ball every 5th or 6th day and end up with 30 or 31 starts. It's something that Mark Conte talked about before the game today. But right now, he's in a tough run. He had some consistency
That too.
where he had stretches of 6 or more innings and 4 out of 5 starts.
Base hit down the line.
This has been a tough one. And Robert will have his 2nd double of the night.
Roberts will have his 2nd double of the night. Huh?
And this guy's just got a short, quick swing.
Attaboy.
Get guys out like that. Really have to get reach.
What did I do?
Where he can get extension on. He's going to hit it hard somewhere.
I must have did something. Hang on.
Now Jimenez, RBI single to first, an intentional walk, and then disaster with the kind of base hit, which was a home run. It wasn't just a base hit, it was much more than that. That was just
And Jimenez is swinging a magic wand against the A's. So I'm just glad kind of happy to roll in because he has just feasted on A's pitching. 20 straight games now. He's got to have some injuries. He was out in right field working on his defensive skills earlier today, trying to get himself back into the outfield more consistently.
he's been mostly a DH this year for Chicago. It's kind of like with the Minnesota Twins, what they've had to do with Byron Buxton because of the injuries and try to keep him and keep what he can do at the plate in the lineup. They've taken away the wear and tear of him playing center field. They've discussed the possibility of him playing 7th center in the stretch.
And Buxton's a great talent. He has all the skills in the world. But you have to be available. I I definitely understand that availability issue.
Yeah, the Twins are making an interesting statement as they're taking on the Texas Rangers this week, and they're tied 1-1 tonight in the sixth inning in Minnesota. They're just looking past the Twins as a team that probably will not advance in the postseason, but they're trying to remind people that they've got some talent on that club.
But it's 6.5 up right now.
People saying because of the division they play in, but you think about Pablo Lopez and Sonny Gray as your 1-2 combination. You see the large lead there. They're going to likely win the Central. And as it stands now, they'll win the Central. They'll still have to play in the first round in the wild card, but they'll have the home field advantage for all three of those games against the number 6 seed.
Well, the thing is, you just want to get into the tournament. Let's get into the tournament. Anything can happen.
Well, that's what the Philadelphia Phillies did.
How about that?
As the 6th seed.
As the 6th seed. You have a base open right here. So you don't have to give them anything good.
Manages to deliver a base hit. Robert's going to come around third. Here's a throw to the kid. On the left of it. There's the tag. He got him at home. On one hop.
Holy crap!
Throws out Luis Robert Jr. for out number 2.
Nice ball, Kim.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Go back to the highlight reel that we had earlier in the pregame. Look at this right here. Tony comes up, knowing that he may have a shot at the plate, charges the ball hard. Nice crow hop and a good one-hop throw right to Langoliers. That's just perfect. As you see right there from behind. Just a perfect throw, right up the line a little bit. But Robert has to slide out and away from the plate. Langoliers can make that tag.
Reaching back and just barely making contact with the backside, but it was enough. Tony Kemp finding a way to make another stellar play for the A's. 2 outs now. Jimenez with the second base on the throw home, and here's Moncada.
That's how you pick up the pitcher right there, by making the play behind him.
Right at Nate Tomlinson sticking his nose in, and the home plate umpire getting a good look. And the White Sox had a chance to use replay. They said no. He's with a 24th outfield assist. 4th most.
Replay right there. Look like you get some. My eyes are not as good as they used to be. So.
Back in the replay room, they said out. Just it up maybe at the bottom of the 88 on the jersey.
I would need glasses to see that. I can't see it.
Moncada with a big moment after the disengagement confusion for J.P. Sears with the plate umpire Nate Tomlinson. The very next pitch delivered to Moncada. He hit out to left, a no-doubter for a 3-run long ball.
And that was a good pitch. Keep him off balance. Get out of this inning. You can put it in play if you have to. Hit your spot. And that's the thing. You don't have to pitch for a strikeout. You pitch to contact. Because your guys in the infield, the outfield, they will make plays behind you. So use your outfield. Use your infield. That's what they get paid for. They will make a play.
We had that confusion with Moncada. This is our view, and thanks to the crew here that gives us this view of what was going on. You can see that it's stuck in the craw of J.P. Sears that doesn't quite make the kind of pitch he wanted to. He knows the result and still couldn't get it out of his head as it came off the field.
So was he saying Langoliers couldn't come from behind the plate with 8 seconds?
Again, they have a microphone they choose not to use. Scott Emerson Has a conversation on the mound with Sears and company. Facing Andrew Vaughn. They're all Chicago tonight. First two games went to the Athletics 8-5 and 12-4. Still one more to go tomorrow before the road trip will move back into the American League West and to the Pacific Northwest against the Seattle Mariners.
This is a big at-bat right here. As you said earlier, to your point, 2 outs. He's giving up run after run. And so now this guy becomes big when it comes to can you come back from a deficit right now. Gotta make the pitch.
Runners at first and second. There's been traffic every inning except the fourth. Only 1, 2, 3 frame that Sears has had tonight. On his pop to first and a fly ball to right. Should end the inning. They go the short way to get the force, and that will do it for Chicago. But Andrew Benintendi adds a run, and it is 6-0 Chicago.
Why is Aaron happy? Well, just days ago, no news came out. But he knew Carvana had his back. That's because Carvana had thousands of cars under $20,000. And with the new co-signer option, Aaron's folks were able to help him out. No way. Yes way. With thousands of cars under $20,000 and our co-signer option, we'll drive you happy at Carvana.
Technology helps keep everyone comfortable. But to keep everyone on your team working comfortably, more than technology, custom Dell client solutions from us. Adaptive AI software creates a personalized user experience and boosts collaboration so your team can stay cool and collected. I'm staying in with this. Dell client solutions make adaptive performance possible. CDW makes it powerful.
I love to drive. It's my me time. Nothing can ruin it except for a car break-in. That's why I CarShield has plans that help major parts of the system out of warranty. So when they break down, you're not the one stuck with the bill. Do yourself a favor and call CarShield to get the most trusted auto protection before your car breaks down.
Say what expected repairs before your car breaks down.
Well, thank you for saying something. Oh, yeah. That's it. What next? Oh, yeah, that I go to.
White
Now,
Sox
no.
leading this one 6-0. When it's time for a change. Change it on a certain
Brian Shaw is 18 games.
You worked in last night. 2 innings. The 12-4 win. Let's see if he can jump on it. 3, 4, 5 minutes.
3, 4, and 5.
Hits in a hurry.
And you had a chance to see it last
Strike. Wrong.
Following Tukey 2
Double
tonight.
swing. Oh, sorry.
This start.
I believe I did a double swing to this goal.
7 runs in 4 innings. Before that, he went only 4 innings. At the time before that, he allowed 4 runs and 12 walks. More effective at the expense of the A's. Brown goes down on 6th inning.
That was a good change piece right there. Showed it in the zone and ran out the zone. That's what you want to do as a pitcher. Set the timing of a hitter. Have pitches that have little run. Speed them up, slow them down. That's energy too.
Ryan Shaw has energy all the time. Last night, when the A's scored the 12 runs on 15 hits, lead up and got out in the second, again in the fourth, again in the fifth, again in the sixth.
Yeah.
And that's part of how they're able to keep the pressure on. They have not had the leadoff man on base at all tonight. Second out.
Perfect. Right. Pitch.
Go for one, robbed of a base hit by Trace Thompson. At second, then he returned the favor by throwing out Robert trying to score. It happened in the bottom of the fifth inning.
So fast, so athletic. Makes a diving play.
In the fourth inning, the A's had runners with at third base. And Lawrence Butler hit that bouncing ball to Vaughn. Three balls matter, but only 2 hits allowed, so the A's tough to make anything happen against him. Only if he sprints down the line, because that's not a conventional double play, because they took the force off.
Well, yeah. Yeah, good point though too.
That's why Nate Tomlinson was very close attention on how that play was going to end with the tag at second base on Langoliers and kept coming home. That's why he immediately said the run did not score as the inning came to a close. He's on base for the second time tonight.
Oh yeah. Sat down now looking at the computer. Well, you could have left that upstairs.
If he gets home before the tag, he's safe. Ourselves is up.
Just watching that play develop. Didn't take the run off the board though for Chicago with that throw home getting Luis Robert. Shea has one of the 2 hits tonight, clean single in the fourth inning.
Good hitting. 2-0 count. 2 strikes work. The look for something in the zone. And let it fly.
Got now for StatCast presented by Google Cloud. There have been some home runs in this series, and 7 by the A's. And the next off the bat, Mickey Allen, Ryan Doe all contributing to the long balls in this series so far.
You telling me Nick Allen's home run wasn't over 100?
That's what the numbers say. So a couple of 2-out walks here for Brian Shaw. The door is creeping open ever so slightly. And that can bring Ethan Katz out. Pitching coach for Chicago to the veteran. Just one has a chance to get the A's on the board and see if they can go for that. And now a brief message for Pacifico.
for those who know. It's what's behind the label.
Butler had a chance last night to show he didn't play the ball off his hand. He was 0 for 2 tonight.
He is 0 for 2 tonight.
2 for 10 in the series.
2 for 10 in the series.
Defense against the wall. Now you have a runner.
Well, they're a good point, too.
Big hit. Momentum change.
I'm saying that.
Did this last night with 2 outs and a big hitter in the ball game.
Strike.
Is that
1.
signature fastball from Shaw? He's been with that pitch for years. Left center Benintendi will be there. And the A's come away empty again. They strand 2 more runners onto the bottom of the 6th inning.
Everybody.
Don't miss out on huge savings store-wide during NFL sale. Find holiday savings in every year. Get good appliances and flooring brands. Shop legendary low prices on furniture. Save up to 55% off. Save up to 10% off kitchen packages. Save up to $4,000 on select TVs. Get up to your 10% off on all hard surface flooring. Big savings. Hey, neighbor, that's heating and cooling. You can save big on a new heating and cooling system. For a limited time, instant premium, American Standard heating and air conditioning, up to $600 off qualifying units. American Standard. Higher standards. Steve's Heating and Cooling is 5-star rated, still locally owned. Extend the life of your equipment with our seasonal maintenance plan. Plus, we offer flexible financing.
God dang. Hang on. I almost got it completed.
Modelo Oil. Beer worthy of the name Oakland. Forged with over 90 years of brewing experience for a smooth, elevated taste. Because life shouldn't be a sacrifice. Modelo Oil. 90 calories, 3 grams of carbs, good crisp. It's the gold standard of beer.
Fans can grab a pair of commemorative Glenberg Prize Night Socks presented by Gilead. Get your tickets at athletics.com. Tickets really cool socks for any pride quickly. Start the bottom of the 6th inning, and here comes J.P. Sears. Still out there for the A's to face 7, 8, and 9. Thompson, Sosa, and Wu.
So Glenn Burton's probably the best athlete to come out of Berkeley. He and Rupert Jones.
That's pretty good company. We're the inventors of the high five.
Yes, sir.
Rusty Baker. Thompson has K twice. He's 0 for 4 in the series. If anybody that knows anything about high school baseball history, it would be you. I mean, you lived it. You were a part of it.
Yeah.
Pride of Skyline.
I watched a lot of guys come from Oakland.
I'm down here.
Ricky Henderson's.
Short. Nice job by Allen getting in front. She used the strong arm for out number 1.
That was a nice play right there. Good players make Mason look ridiculous. And his hands are so nice at shortstop that he makes those in-between hops that you get out there. Makes them look easy.
Explain to me, as a kid growing up in Oakland, knowing the history before you, meaning Willie Starks, Frank Robinson, Dana Pitson, names like that. You were part of a group, yourself, Ricky, Sue, Lee Mosby. Yeah. What that meant, and then moving forward now, as kids look up to the generation that were before them.
Yeah, at that time, Oakland was just a gold mine for players. You start mentioning Kurt Flood and Joe Morgan, Lee May, Lloyd Oakley, and Gary Pettis. It was just so many guys. I consider we could talk about this for hours. But the thing was, those guys, they took big leagues, and we played. And so they were household names. And I knew about all of those guys that was growing up. I kept saying to myself, if they can do it, I can do it because they're from my town and they're showing me the way. And it just continued to blossom like that, where pretty guys from little league team and senior Babe team were drafted to pro baseball. We had a roster of like 18 and 16 were drafted to pro ball. So that's just what people was about at that time.
You were very excited this weekend to pay attention to a little bit of the series. This will not get out. So we'll get to the World Series, Little League World Series in Williamsport. El Segundo from Southern California will take on Curacao for that title tomorrow. Brings back different kinds of memories looking at the competition that you experienced.
Yeah, we just retired Mr. Butler, who did 55 years in the Miracle at Babe Ruth, Cal Ripken, and Oakland. And every time he had a team, it was very competitive. And so I always had to go against those teams. And I was telling Mr. Butler, you never beat me, Mr. Butler. So just get them teams that make us all good.
Lawrence Butler, big Sadcats, is great. He's throwing that Oakland baseball in this deep end. It is Douglas.
All we're doing now. So CDW companies deploy Mac supercharged by Apple Silicon. Built-in security protects you from malware and
Battery life can be halfway around the globe.
Yeah, I'm done.
By CDW, a solution that works for everyone isn't just possible.
Cooling system. For a limited time, an instant rebate from American Standard TV. Up to $600 all line units. Cooling is 5-star. Extend the life of your dig your foot. Here. He scored weekend, workday, wedding day. And baseball on NBC Sports California.
Six. See that? My celebration. Toronto was like.
Yeah. You'll get done. Something good.
Six video. big leagues. It just hasn't considered.
Yeah, what? Well, folks, I've been live over 2 hours, so peace. Go show him some love.
You have a tendency to get nervous again. And now you're thinking, okay, I got to go out here where you just want to get out there.
And him. So, yeah, peace.